Hello, all, and welcome. I say all, I can only see two folks in here so far. Hello, Colleen. Hello, Ray. We're gonna hang out and do a little bit of chit chat before we actually get started. I'm waiting on five people to come in and hang out and discuss Stone Soup and where the build's at. And just realized my collar's all turned up. Hello, Junkyard D. There we go. Guess I should have been a little better prepared for this. Anyway, we've got quite a few things that we're going to discuss today, including possible merchandise, maybe even a giveaway, possibly. I don't know. We're going to talk about where the build is at right now, or, well, physically, where the car is at as well. And hopefully maybe make some more focused plans. So anyway, how was everybody's week or weekend? Sorry, Foggy's on that weekend schedule, so her week is the weekend. Pardon me. Make sure this is up. Yeah, it's up. Anybody got anything fun to say? Anything happened fun this weekend? I hope Southern Juju shows too. That dude is awesome. Good dude. I like him a lot. By the way, you requested me to get a hold of Stage Zero for you. I have not done that yet. I will. I just been a little busy trying to catch up with this stuff before Wednesday when I go to work. So sweat galore, huh? That sounds awful. I am too fat for that. Speaking of being fat, I'm trying to remain cool. I've got my air conditioner right down here, and I've got a fan right here. If they get in the way of the audio, let me know, please. Actually, I can pin the fan to just stay right there. That way it doesn't cross the microphone. Should be in the chat. Are you? Oh, yeah, he should be at least. You actually reminded me that he was the one guy that I sent the list to that I didn't send the list to. So I sent that out to him half an hour ago, 15 minutes maybe. So I don't know if he's actually going to show or not. JYD, I'm stringing here, man. Help me out. Come on up. Oh, what? Like you have to eat? Come on. All right. Well, then, if I'm not going to get any help, I'm going to at least show off some of the stuff that I've done in the last few days. In the middle of doing all the rest of the stuff that I've got going on around the shop, I designed a basic Stone Soup sticker, window sticker for cars, just as a. I think it's my breakfast. Okay, just as a thank you for support, maybe for the Patreon or I don't know, something to that effect. But there's that. Simple, easy to replicate, and it does the job. So there's that. A blessed few of you have seen the actual car sticker, the Stone Soup car sticker. I haven't made many of those, but Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage has one. I need to get one of these shipped out to each of the folks that are helping with the build, which the numbers pretty daunting. But And then we've got the one that I wanted to ask the folks out there if they would be interested in maybe acquiring one and selling them for relatively cheap. But that would be that one. So you don't have to I don't have to pull apart any of the lettering in here. None of the gaps and stuff on this one. So I think that would be a much easier run for production. You're eating burnt popcorn. Leaving it in too long? Or is that your preference? Do you like burnt popcorn? Oh. Well, we've got invites out to all of the participating shops. I haven't seen anybody pop up here next to me, so I'm going to try to share, if I can, a possible. I'm getting lost in thought here. There. Gonna show it. Okay, yeah, it's showing. Well, well, okay. If you want 4, I can probably make you 4. That shouldn't be a problem. I emailed the link to you, D. Anyway, this is what we're working on right here. Trying to figure out how to get some T-shirt designs done, so that we can help out the supporters and even the other channels. Now, I have thought that it might be kind of fun to have an exclusive series of T-shirts using the logos on the front, but having separate designs for the back. So this is my thought. It's going to slow down, folks. My computer is a dinosaur, so please be patient. Now, I'm using this over here, Witty's Garage, as an example, but I would put the original logo for the contributing shop on the lapel and their choice of several different back designs. Just a thought. But again, this is all about having the folks who contribute have something to show off, because once it leaves their hands, man, they don't have a whole lot to do with it. So I suppose I can post it. Give me a second. Yeah, there you go. It pasted. Welcome, Chris. How are you? I have long hair. I hate that it covers the design. Is it possible to have it printed on the front? Well, I don't see any reason that we couldn't. Shortly, I'll be doing these by hand. So, Foggy and I will be. So they're going to, hey, Juju. Uh-oh, we got somebody here. Who's that guy?
Oh, hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
It's a good day, man. I actually managed to get a few things done. I had a request from somebody to finish 2 cars, and I am that close to hitting the deadline, which is tomorrow. So they're sitting over there on the desk. All they need is the headlights put on and a little bit of detailing done. That's it. So, yeah, I would call it a good day.
Cool.
Yeah. Colleen said she wants 4 car stickers already.
Better get on it.
Mm-hmm. The problem with that is that there's a necessity for some materials first, which is why I'm going back to work, because I really want this YouTube thing to succeed, but I can't do it on one income. So, what do you think of the?
You're starting a new gig?
Yeah, it's something that I can do with my hip injury. So, the frustration level will be real, but it won't be like physically demanding. So,
cool.
I'm good with it. Well, hello, Chad or Peyton. How are you? So, what do you think of the T-shirt on there, D?
I think they're cool. Which one was I looking at?
Do you want me to zoom back in or out?
You had showed me another one, though, I thought. Easy kid. Where it had the full car, and stone soup, right?
I'm sorry, you broke up. Yeah, right. The one right here.
Yeah. Okay. But I like the stone soup lettering to the left. If you could round it around the car like that.
Oh, you think like
so? Like the original logo, just put the car in the place of the cauldron, and then space out the lettering a little bit. I think that'd be cool if you can. I don't know how you designed it or what you used to put it together.
Well, I don't know if you can see the top of the screen there, but we are very clearly in Paint. I've been using this program for 25 years, so right. I don't see any reason to not keep going.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be difficult. I'll have to remove the wrench, but making
just as an example, or if you go to the one, just get some color to the one on the right.
Oh, you thinking about throwing the red and gray and brown onto the car?
Right. And then put soup below the car, and if you can get the color on the car, that looks like the car, like you did on the real logo.
Yeah, I could.
I like seeing the whole car. It's like it's hiding behind the original logo on a shirt. It'd be kind of cool to see it. So, but
okay. Yeah, I could probably do that. What do you think about the idea of having the original contributing shop names on the fronts of some of these?
I think that's a great idea. I think that's awesome.
I'll have to figure out a way to, because the original plan was to have some sort of exclusive merchandise for the folks that actually contributed their time, effort, driving, whatever for the car. They're having their logo on their shirts, but it occurs to me now that some folks might be more associated with, say, your shop than mine. So maybe they would want a T-shirt that has the Stone Soup logo, whichever variant we decide on, and your shop logo on it.
Of course they would.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool, but it kind of, I don't know, it removes the exclusivity from it. So I gotta go back to the screen here without messing anything up. Pull that. I hate technology. There we go. So yes, Brian, I do. I haven't heard from you in quite a while, man. How are you doing? Tanner, welcome. We're discussing some possible merchandising stuff for Stone Soup. Any ideas from the Peanut Gallery? We're happy to hear them. Seriously, it's not going to be exclusively all about that. We're going to be discussing some plans, and hopefully, Mr. Whitty. Chet, I just hit puberty there. Did you hear it, Whitty? Hopefully, Mr. Whitty will come up and tell us what's going on with the car currently. He is, however, supposed to have not him. but his wife is supposed to have a baby really soon. So we're we're waiting to see if he's going to pop up or not.
Or pop out.
Yeah, or pop out. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can get a hold of him. I'll just straight out call him.
Really?
Oh, of course he's down. All right. Well, no Chris right now. I think you're wrong, Vic. Having a Stone Soup shirt with JYD on the front is exclusively JYD's shirt. Yes, I absolutely see what you're saying, but I'm looking for the most coverage as possible without so that everybody has a chance. And it may turn into a popularity contest of sorts, but at the end of the day, if we're selling stuff and we're helping all the contributors, does it really matter, What about the Stone OG logo on the front, the car sticking out of the bowl? Can you clarify a little bit, Chris? What were you going to say there, JYD?
I don't know if that's what Fox Can Fix It is mentioning, but I mentioned to you too, the individual channels logo on the breast is just for the channels. If somebody wanted one like that, you could do that, but also have just a generic one too with I think the Stone Soup logo, the original logo.
Oh, I got you.
So they're not exclusive to one channel or another, and have a general one too, so people can pick and choose whatever they want. So
yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah. So let me see if I can screw this up again. Go back to this. So what you're saying is take the original logo, which is this one.
Yep.
And
put that over Whitty.
Come on, you can do it. There you go.
Yeah.
And then put it here.
Yes.
Okay. And then the person could decide which version of the back. None of these are finalized, by the way, folks. But they would be able to decide which of the logos that they like best to throw on the back.
Right.
As I understand it, because I've been doing my research, it's not going to be difficult to do most of this. Hey, Jason, how are you, sir? I sent you a link too, you and Rob, because I imagine being right here in Dayton, you're gonna have your hands on it at some point. The front of the car sticking up out of the liquid like a spoon, okay. I don't know. I could probably come up with something like that.
Car sticking up.
Be a bit traumatizing though. Being trapped in a car under liquid is just ask Savage. Were you here when I showed the stickers, decals?
I was kind of stuffing my face and didn't want to do that on camera. So,
all right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to touch on it several times. I imagine folks are going to come and go, but this is the one that here, you know what? Let me back out of this. I'll stop sharing for the moment and put myself up, if you don't mind. This is the design that I figured out for the masses. This is the window sticker that I put together. This one is actually, it'll still function, but this one is just a sticker. It's not even a good vinyl or anything. This is just a proof of concept, really. As is this one, which is much more difficult and time consuming because all of the letters have to be cut out. So I thought of thought that this one might be a better way to cheat that. So, and I am not attached to any of these. I think maybe if we ever do decide to do a giveaway about that, then we can attach all of the prototype stuff with it. However, these, I think I showed you this the other day when you were, I sent you a text with this, but this is the vinyl. This is actually on vinyl. And I tested it on my shop window over here. Of course, I can't show you because, again, dinosaur computer. But that one it's actually really nice, man. It sticks well. It looks good. And there's actually some, if I can get in there close enough, you can see the B and C pillars on it. So here, get it on my forehead. That way you can see it. There we go. So, I mean, this is actually a really, really impressive one. Of course it's impressive. I did it, but I'm proud of it is what I'm saying. So here, let me get this back to the multi-screen thing there. Oh, whoa, that's not the right one. That's the one.
There we go.
So, yeah, Tanner, we're actually at the moment discussing some ways to do some fundraising for the build, for the guys that are working on the car, for the guys that are even just transporting the car, like Micah from Empire of Rust. That's a long way to drive with a car on your wrecker. You can't do that for free. So we want to at least help mitigate some of the costs involved. So, JYD, would you mind sharing, if you still have it on your computer, to that A-frame that you were working on?
Boy, you're putting me on the spot here.
No mail. No, thank you. Hey, I'm online. Calm down. Don't yell obscenities. Give me just a second. I gotta let her in.
Sure.
Oh. Hello, my dear.
Hello. I need the things.
The things?
These.
Oh, you need the blue gooses. Man, I hope Mike's happy with these. I sure am. Oh. Come get your goose. At the moment, I'm talking with JV or JYD, and I've got the other one in hand. I want to show the guys. Go away. You're in my shop.
You asked me to come out here.
No, I didn't. You just barged in. Anyway. Hey, I'm back. I want to show you guys something else that I'm proud of. One of the biggest issues that we have here in the shop is, we create models, but we rarely create toys. And if you want to reach a younger audience, like kids, you need to create some toys. Well, this is actually the Blue Goose that is from Big Mike's Hoopy. These are going to go out tomorrow. And if you can see the wheels, they're actually the old wagon-style tractor wheels. We designed those and 3D printed them, and I'm going to turn the one on the backside, but this is actually a roller. So this, I'm hoping he doesn't, but if somebody ever does happen to open this, this will be a functional toy. So there you go, baby. It's on the crooked thing. Your plug? Oh yeah, I have a fan plugged into it. So Tanner, we don't really have a link right now. We've got down here at the bottom. You can see that we've got the ticker that says our Patreon and our Gmail. We've also got an Amazon wish list, which helps out with the shop, but not really. It's not really focused on the build at all. So the links are out there, man. We'd love to have more Patreons too. That's why I put that ticker up. We need to get these guys some support. Do you want to take your fan too, or okay? Wow, that's crazy. Have you been able to locate your A-frame yet?
I did. You're talking the poster?
Yeah.
I did, and I just closed it. So we'll try it again.
Nah. All right. The junkyard or necromancer is unable to attend. However, he's probably taking care of a really itty bitty little person, so we're not offended. Something that he did the other day, though, I was really happy about. Well, I guess it was a few weeks ago now, but is the Auga. I am really excited about the Auga horn. Hey, there's somebody else I know. Look at that guy.
Hey.
How
you doing, Razor?
I'm cooling down.
Yeah.
It was hot here today, too. Muggy.
Uh,
I don't mind. I will never complain about that. I love the heat.
I'll complain about it for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. To each his
Oh,
own.
I can't complain at all here, man. It was beautiful. As much as I hate Ohio, man, it was like 78 degrees and sunny.
Well, unfortunately, I usually end up working outside in this, and sometimes no shade, no breeze.
Mm.
So it kind of bites, but you do.
What's your tough?
Vic, I don't
Yes,
know if anybody brought it up on the T-shirt idea. I'd have to think I'm not the first to think of this. But what about like a rock group tour T-shirt?
Oh,
I like the stone soup with the cart coming around behind the cauldron and the map on the cauldron. And then underneath that, list the channels that it's visiting. It's kind of, somebody's going to get out if you print it up now. It could, put a as of, and it probably wouldn't be that hard to add tour dates down below, so a person could get, if they started out with up to today, they would have they have Heaven's Mopar, they have Dead Dodge, they have Rocket Restoration, they have Witties,
and the Necromancer.
and the Necromancer, because it's now Necromancers. And you could have it, that would kind of make it exclusive, that you can get the pre-sale or whatever, and then or have everybody who has spoken up that you're pretty sure is gonna contribute. You got Junkyard D, he's in on it.
Yeah, and you, of course.
Well, and Ron Ward, I think, you're pretty sure he is.
Yeah, Patrick for certain. The only one that I kind of have a little bit of a, I don't know, I don't want to call it trepidation, but nervousness about is Dalton from Pole Barn.
Yeah.
He is so huge now.
And he's knee deep in everything already.
Exactly. So I think if I can contact him, I think I'm going to take him up on the whole slap a sticker on it and send it on its way thing. That way he still has blessed the build or whatever, and we can at least, oh, we lost JYD.
Oh, I'm right here.
And we can at least say that he put his hands on it,
Yeah.
See you, Necromancer. So, yeah,
I do like the idea though. The print.
that is a great
I think
idea.
just put everybody on there, be done with it, have one cut. I don't know how many times you can change. I've never had any, merch made up other than stickers, but to change the dye every time, and on the
Oh, well,
print
in
shirt,
my
you know what I mean?
particular case, it's not super difficult. The worst
Okay.
part of it is actually ironing it on.
But if you only went through Necromancer right now or Witties, it'd be nice to have all the other channels that are upcoming too. So if somebody's wearing it out to a car show or something, you got all the logos on there, like, well, this is where it's at now, or conversation piece type thing like that. So
No, I absolutely agree. That's a fine idea. And as soon as we're done with the live stream tonight, I'm gonna put up, I'm gonna try to put a design together for it.
but that's a lot of font and stuff on one little area too. So
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be huge, each channel, and it would be difficult to get everybody's logo on there too. So I don't know what you do with that, but
Yeah.
or whether it's necessary. It'd be awful nice, but or put Stone Soup World Tour on the front, and then list on the back the participating channels.
Yeah. Well, dude, that sounds great. I'll probably go if it's going to be that complicated. I'll probably go with a single color, maybe yellow for a black T-shirt and black for a white T-shirt, or vice versa. White maybe for a black T-shirt. But like I said, it won't be super difficult to replicate them. I need a T-shirt board, and I need to order some multiple sizes of T-shirts, but it's going to have to probably be a pre-order thing to begin with. But after that, it won't be super hard. So I'm gonna, I'll send you over a copy of it probably by the end of the night. I'd like to pick your brain about it a bit. JYD, can you zoom in on that at all? Can you share what you did there with the poster?
I can. It's going to cut the top off, but you see it. So yeah, I just put this together for a poster board. I figured if we wanted to put it in the car or in the window, but just if you're, I don't know, filling gas or out eating, stop at a burger joint, you're in there for an hour, you put the poster board out front or something, just if somebody was curious about it, kind of gives a general scope of what's going on, that we're just, it's multi-channel collab across the country. And I was going to put Heavens Mopars. I got his name in here, but I'd like to have his logo in there. And then that it's eventually going to end up going to Sykeston in September. So, and then I went and found out your Facebook and the website, and I hope all those addresses are correct. I don't know. It's hard when you can't actually link it on a poster, but just the description is what was on there. So, and it's got the QR code. I changed. This is a different QR code than I sent you the first time. This one is actually going right to the playlist as opposed to going to your homepage.
Oh,
it
okay.
actually opens right to the playlist.
Yeah, that's a fine idea too. Do you think, how good a printer do you have?
Yeah, just a regular old printer, but why?
Well, I was thinking we could probably do some 8.5 by 11s of that, and send them. If you could send me the file, I could do an 8.5 by 11 right now, and we could pin them up in our local areas. Send them to the guys where it's coming to. Maybe drum up some support for it then.
If you wanted to, sure. My printer would probably, like, say, I looked at Office Depot. I was just going to print off a regular poster board just to keep in the car.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, $20 or so, but it's not a lot. And it'd probably be cheaper to do 8 and 11s for me anyways than to buy ink for my printer to do it. So,
Right.
Another place
yeah, I can shoot it over to you.
Okay.
Or
you
anybody.
might look into about getting stuff printed is your local library.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I haven't set foot in a library in probably what, babe, 10 years?
And it shows, Vic. It shows.
It does not. I am very well spoken, thank you.
No, I mean, we just got a small public library here, but you'd be surprised at the equipment that they have and printing capabilities.
Right.
And most of it's low or no cost to use, but they don't want just average Joe to go in there and just start screwing around with the laser cutter. They want you to have the class, which doesn't cost anything, but they want some educated person in there before they burn the library down.
Right.
But they have uh, a laser cutter. They have 3D printers. I know they have a large format printer that costs you a little bit. I mean, there's materials and stuff you got to pay for, but it's we don't have an Office Depot around here for, I don't know, 50, 60 miles, but we got a local public library.
Well, that's something to look into. Psycho says he likes your poster. Tanner says the same. Colleen says small logos all around or Stone Soup on the front, or list all the channels on the back like a concert tour shirt, name, city, and state. Yeah. So
There's 2 votes.
sorry. But that's 3. She's saying the same thing. So
Right. Cool. Click on the comment, Vic. That way we can see it.
oh,
Do you not have the comments up? Oh, there you go.
yeah, I mean,
now we just kill. Sorry, POS.
everybody's a critic.
Well, I can stop sharing this anyway for now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I can just shut you off. Oh, well, never mind. Or you can do that. Right, just the top. Like he's.
Hey, Wilson. Audio neighbor.
Yeah, there I am. Howdy, neighbor.
You might be able to go to a tech college too, Vic. Who has Stone Soup at present? Well, right now that is at Whitty's Garage in far western Montana. And this fellow over here is going to be picking it up from him, or that was something else that needed to come up. Are you guys going to meet in the middle, or is he coming all the way to you, or what? What's the plan? Because I know he's got that baby on the way.
Yeah, that's still kind of still waiting on the whole family thing going on there. So, yeah, we talked about a couple meeting points. It's probably what'll happen somewhere in the middle, either northern Montana or southern Montana. But yeah, depending on what route we take and where we're at and what we're doing at the time. So,
okay. Well, and then are you planning on doing any of the work at your shop, or are you going to go hang out with Ray and do it down there?
I plan on doing a little bit of tinkering here at my shop if I got everything in order. So, but yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Okay. Well, that's exciting, man. I'm super stoked. So, for anybody else that may have popped in here or not, we've been discussing some merchandising possibilities. You want me to share that up?
Sure. I just wanted to whenever you get a breaking point here.
There you go.
I just wanted to show my homepage on my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, I've got some different playlists out here, but I did put all of the other channels on there too. So if anybody's on my page, they can see it, the cross country community car build Stone Soup. And I know Racer's got a playlist also. This is linked to your playlist on your channel though. Or I think it'll go to each person's channel if I click on it. But anyway, it's on my homepage. And then I've got the playlist down here too, which is shared from your channel. So I think you can go to view all. Just similar to like Wilburn has on his for all the 500 contenders.
Right.
But they're all there.
All the
So,
no-name guys, yeah.
I don't know if I got them in order, but if anybody wanted to do that, if you weren't aware that you could do that.
Oh,
that kind of thing. So,
I actually wasn't. I've just been, whenever I see Stone Soup pop up or my name mentioned on another channel, I'll check it out, and then I'll throw it on the playlist if it has something to do with Stone Soup. So,
right. And I like that you put the order in with the newest first.
Yeah.
Down here. So, anyway, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to show if anybody wanted to do that, any of the participants that wanted to put it on their page.
I almost kicked you, dude. I was just trying to get rid of the picture.
Oh.
There. Sorry.
And if you don't know where, it's in the customization of the studio.
Okay. What I was getting at before he shared that was that we've been discussing some merchandising possibilities. Somebody I know and care about very much had a thought that we could sell pet rocks of sorts. Now, it would have the Stone Soup logo on it, but it would just be a nice river pebble that would have the Stone Soup logo on it, and you could put it up on your shelf or whatever. So,
Right.
And I'm all about that. That I think it's a great idea. No, we could do it in a giveaway too. Just paint your Plymouths and leave me alone.
Be nice to her, Vic. You need her.
Right?
Yeah, no idea.
Ah, really?
What do you mean, really?
I'm gonna get a mess over here.
Do you need some help
No, I'm good.
with the cars, the little cars?
No,
Sure.
it's not hard to clean.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so folks, we've got
Anyway,
we've got links out for the folks that wanted to come up. I was really hoping for Mr. Whitty, but anybody else have any ideas as far as possible merchandising ways that we can drum up some funds for these guys that are doing this job? I myself am going to be throwing a few bucks at it once I get back to work. So Tanner says, then you can say you have the Stones. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay.
I think there should be a comma between Stones and Team.
Yeah, I've noticed Tanner. He has a lot of very clear thoughts, but he just sprays them out onto the page, which is fine. It's cool. Just takes a little reading between the lines.
Punctuation is expensive.
so you guys saw the short with the wheels that I found on there. So those
Yes, I wanted to talk about that too.
Mhm.
I am so excited about those wheels.
I don't remember how many were on there that are good, or if they're all holding air the way they are right now. But I can't remember what the difference were in rims. I know you were looking for some of those. So
Well, we did have Scott from Evans Mopars. His buddy did donate a good portion. I'm sorry, I kind of had a brain fart there. I was reading and talking. Who donated some slots, but they are definitely too big for the car. So if Woody can sell them, or even if you, JYD, if you can sell them to help mitigate some of the cost with transportation, parts, whatever, full permission. That was even given from the guy that donated them. He's just giving them to us. So, but to the wheels that you found, that makes 7 proper sized wheels with 3 proper sized tires. So I think we're okay on wheels.
there is there a full set on there right now that are all functional and fine, or
No, the back ones are wrong.
Yeah, the back ones are the proper bolt pattern, but the rims and tires are too wide. They're studded snow tires.
So
They rub on the springs or something. I thought I heard.
yeah,
right.
they're definitely too big for the wheel well. So
yeah, the wheel is too wide. Who knows what they are, but
yeah.
these aren't wide ones at all, so they should fit on there.
Yes, Scott, you can come play. Scott says, "Hey guys, can I come in and play for a minute? My wife's not home." Yeah, Tanner, it's a joke, man. It's all fun and games and love here, dude. We're tickled to have you. You can poke at us too. We don't care. So when theoretically will it be in Nebraska? That is kind of up to these two, this guy and this guy. So
I'll receive it whenever it's coming.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at too. So, you know.
When it's in Nebraska, it depends on JD. Yeah.
Scott, I posted the link in the comments. You can just scroll up a bit. You'll find it.
It depends on how much time the person before has to spend on it and their schedule to line up with the next guy to move it along. And, you know, it's not something you're going to set in stone.
Right.
Even though it's making it into soup, it's not going to be set in stone.
Well, yeah, the idea is to not push somebody to hurry up. I mean, we still have, if Wilburn were in here, he'd probably be able to tell us it's like 86 days,
and minutes,
2 hours and 12 minutes or something like that now.
Yeah.
So, but that's plenty of time to get it here and allow me to do the finishing touches on it, which, by the way, the next live stream, I'm going to have a base drawing outline, hopefully in 3D, that I can play for you guys to see the car as I imagine it being finished. Now, that being said, the voting for what the car should look like in its finality is still open. It's going to be open all the way until it gets here when I start working on it myself. So, yeah, just
it's completely up to you what it looks like. I mean, yeah, you can panhandle for some ideas, but in the end, it's your choice. It's your car.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware, but I also wanted to. It's a community project in its essence, so I wanted the community to be a part of it. Tanner says he guesses he's fangirling. Great AC for air. Okay. Colleen says great AC EOR. Air conditioning, Empire Rust. What? Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. Who does this car? There's only like 80 builds I've done so far. Come on. You guys should do a countdown clock, like a doomsday clock for this stone suit.
No pressure. I want to be oblivious.
Yeah, I think if I see the clock, then I'm going to be like, oh, God.
No clock. Hey, I don't know. If Scott's trying to get in, you might want to throw that link up again. I don't see it in the list anymore. It disappears after a while.
All right. Scott, I'm putting the link up right now just for you, old buddy. Come on in. Water's fine. So anyway, if anybody in the panel has suggestions, we've already gotten a couple of good ones for T-shirt designs and ideas. It's nothing that we've finalized yet, but Ray actually put up that that it might be good to do a concert style t-shirt, like a tour t-shirt. So I'm going to work on that design. I'm excited about that, actually. That looks like it's going to be, in my brain, I'm already picturing it like, 25 years down the road, and look at this one, you know?
Who the hell was that?
Sorry?
Yeah, look at this group. Who the hell was that? Never heard of them.
Right?
Another thing that just popped in my random brain.
Oh, God.
Yeah, duck. A person could take various used small car parts, clean them up, and have Froggy paint on their Stone Soup starter kit.
He just called you Froggy.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry,
What
Ray.
did you get up, Vic?
There's no R. It's Foggy.
Yes, I after it came out, I knew that. But
No, that's not a bad idea.
my apologizes to the missus there.
No, she's fine.
I've been called her.
Yeah, she's.
How did you get the name, by the way?
I know this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not something I'm willing to share on.
Okay. Let's stay with Froggy then.
No, Foggy works just fine.
Maybe a 3/4 sleeve like a baseball tee on the concert idea. Well, I don't know if that'd be more expensive though. Finding that particular cut might be kind of tough. Well, there's a name I haven't seen on one of my lives. Bad Tree Productions. How the hell are you,
Mr. Blake?
Mr. Blake? That's pretty cool. We've been discussing merchandising ideas, Blake. You got anything for us? Any ideas that pop into your head about something that's relatively easy? Stone Soup starter kit, huh? That's not bad. I dig that.
Maybe just for the giveaway, so it's not a production and everyone's one off. You know?
Yeah. What about the parts and pieces that are on the car that are being removed? Now we can't do the carburetor because the carburetor.
Oh, there's lots of little pieces. Foggy would just have to paint really small.
It's at the bottom of a landfill by now.
I mean, it doesn't have to particularly be that car, I wouldn't think, but that would be an idea too. I mean, if it's small enough to fit in a box and ship it to you, then you could customize it into whatever.
Scott says, sorry. Oh, here, I'll just post it. Magnetic logos and keychains. Dude, do you think those are something that I'd be able to produce in-house? Or the magnetic logo, do you think that'd be... and I'm legitimately asking. I'm not being like, well, how dare you suggest it? I know that I can do a lot of stuff. Like I'll show you these again. I can do like vinyls and things like that, which are not super difficult, but I don't know about the magnetic stuff.
I think you can get magnetic sheet that you can print on. You know, and produce something like that. And I mean, do you have then? You've got a vinyl cutter,
Yeah.
Whether it's a Cricut or something heavier or whatever, that might be able to cut that out depending on what programs you're using.
So, keychains. Could you do you got your printer? Could you do a little Stone Soup car?
Oh, I'm sure I could. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. A little keychain that just has Stone Soup, maybe the logo on the door or something.
Yeah, I mean you've got a 3D printer there, right? So.
Yeah, but well, the problem with the 3D printer is that when it prints in PLA, it's, I mean, I don't want to call it delicate, but it's it's not something, you when you get home, you toss your keys on the coffee table. It's not something that really takes a punch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somewhat fragile.
Yeah. I may just, punch a hole in like, I can't, I don't have anything really to, here, I'm going to put this Roadrunner up here, this crazy looking Roadrunner. So if you're looking at this in 2 dimensions, maybe I'd put a hole in the front of the front fender where the keychain would go through. So it would hang like that.
Yeah.
Are you talking producing the portrait side of it, the profile of it then
Yes,
on
the
3D?
profile, yeah.
Well, you could always just put a loop on somewheres.
Yeah.
In the print.
But I've also got to consider how, like we were talking about, not quite delicate, but not quite sturdy either.
Yeah.
So I'd have to find a position that it would
Last in.
Yeah. I don't want it to be cheap,
Yeah.
I mean, the printers are both really good for hoods and louvers and
Blocks.
wheels and stuff, but not so good for an entire body, which I'm actually working on right now. I've got the Geo Metro. I've got a Metro build that I'm trying to do for this guy, and it is infuriating. I've been on it for months, and he's been gentle about it. He hasn't like poked me or anything, so Blake says the cheaper the better. Yeah, free would be best. Foggy says that we could look on Amazon for keychain kits, personalized keychain kits. So, yeah, I got it. I figured it out. So,
You can buy everything on Amazon, even if it ain't legal.
right? Yeah.
We're not looking at the
Yeah. No drugs in the keychains. So anyway, I'm gonna run through the spiel again here, fellas, about the stuff that we've got ideas for so far. We have this is the final design for the Stone Soup sticker. Wow, that's hard to say. And that here, let me. I'm gonna take the screen here, fellas. That is what I've got so far for the sticker. If you buy a sticker, that's the sticker you'll get.
Got one.
This was the precursor to that, because that one I don't have to cut out all the little gaps in the letters. So this one is a prototype, and I figured that this would be part of the giveaway stuff when we actually get to that point. And if you order a Stone Soup vinyl, that is what you're going to get. So I'm actually really impressed with this one. I dig this one. And we're also considering using this as the back to one of the T-shirts. So, or maybe even more than one design for the T-shirt. I've also, pardon me, I've also got an idea for, actually, I got some designs for the T-shirts, which both and JYD here have helped me narrow my focus on. We thought about putting the individual shop logos on T-shirts, as well as differing backs for the T-shirts. Just using Witties as an example of that. But this is what I thought about for the base shirt. So it would have my logo on it with the original Stone Soup logo on the back. Now, that being said, these guys thought about, or well, actually, Ray thought about a design for a T-shirt that was just a concert T-shirt, concert-esque T-shirt, where it would have the shop names and the logos. See, that's that reading thing. I saw Hail Dudes on there, and I read Hail. But
We
having
don't
the
need no hail. Thank you kindly.
no. Hi, Cypher, by the way. But it would have the shop names and logos, or shop names and the dates on it, like an old concert T-shirt, concert tour T-shirt. So, if anybody else has anything that they think might be a good sale or something fun to have related to Stone Soup, so that we can drum up some funds for these guys that are donating their time and their money and their effort, parts. Over there cussing. Yeah.
Didn't hear a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so anybody who has those thoughts, speak up. We're interested in hearing it.
I mean, how many things are you thinking merchandising with you? I mean, you're talking T-shirts, keychains, stickers. Don't get yourself spread too thin on any of them.
There's a lot of me to go around, though.
Yeah, but you're not designed to be that thin. Trust me, I'm a little familiar with that.
Yeah. Blake says, I would wait till you have the car in your possession so you can make a more accurate sticker or logo. That way everyone that was a part of it can feel like they are a part of it. I don't have any problem with doing finished car products on it, but until it gets here, it's going to look generally the same. So most folks are going to recognize the transition from what it looks like now to what it will look like once it's done anyway. So I'm not sure that we would really have to worry about the way that it looks.
I think more of the concern might be channels being left out that did participate. Because there's still a chance for people it's got a long ways to go for channels to pitch in.
Indeed.
I would start with just so those stickers, Vic. Do you make all those stickers yourself?
Yes, sir.
How much time do you have in one of those stickers?
You
got to cut it out by hand with like an X-Acto knife. Is that what you're doing?
Oh no. I have a machine that cuts them out. I set the parameter, the outer diameter, outer perimeter of it, and it just knocks it off.
Oh, okay.
From the start of the print to cutting them out, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, if that.
For one?
For one, yeah. But there's going to be two on each sheet that I actually cut it out of. So
right.
7.5 minutes per, I guess. Tanner suggested posters. That has kind of rolled around a little bit, but I think for posters, we're going to have to do like a glamour shot kind of thing. We're going to have somebody take some good photos of it. He also suggested pens and pencils. That's pretty cheap. Well, not a bad idea.
A ballpoint pen.
Yeah, right.
But
I don't have them over there. What were you going to say, Ray?
The use of writing utensils is so much down from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people, I'm not sure they pick a pen up in a day. So
that's probably true.
Yeah, that actually probably is. Scott says you can design a shirt with the Stone Soup logo on the front and put the logo. Oh, well, that's already been discussed, Scott. It was reversed. We were talking about putting the shop logos on the lapel and putting the Stone Soup logo on the back. The poster idea isn't bad, but I mean, unless it drums up a lot more popularity, the posters are going to be kind of hard.
Yeah, I would just keep it simple: stickers and shirts. At this point.
Yeah.
And especially with the changes of the car, you can always do something later or something too. So just so if you have a sticker, you want to, give one to somebody or, or whatever the case may be, if they want to buy them or whatever. So yeah, giveaways, stuff like that. So you have something, but I wouldn't think too much into it at this point. So
yeah, probably at this early, things that are easily transferable, a stack of stickers, you can give one out, no problem. Somebody can pass that on easy enough. And, stickers can be done every, all the channels are getting stickers. I got stickers, whatever. And I ain't going to charge for them. I mean, if you're willing to take one, as long as you don't put it on the bottom side of the toilet seat, I'm fine.
Blake says, I want a hat, damn it, and fuzzy dice. Well, I have a few presents that are going to be going to some of the other participants in No Name Nationals, or at the No Name Nationals. So you might wind up with some Stone Soup dice. Careful what you wish for. So, Tanner also.
I heard he wants a big pink fuzzy hat. Is what I heard with dice on it. So,
but is he going to have the dingle balls going across the windshield like him?
Oh, jeez. I'll do what I can. He also suggested patches. Again, that's getting into the territory of being way too expensive to produce a single item. So, Scott said maybe a magnet or a fridge toolbox magnet.
Yeah, I think Rock Auto. I wonder what it takes to get your car on a magnet for Rock Auto.
I don't know.
I mean, you got to buy Rock Auto parts, of course, but
right.
I've spent a couple dollars with them this year.
Oh my God!
Only called Stone Auto. Only Stone Auto.
Right. Blake, I believe you might have just tripped onto something fun and real there. We'd have to make it short enough that if somebody slammed on the brakes, it didn't smash their own windshield.
Yeah, that's what the disclaimer is on the box. Do not use these while driving. But nobody reads it on the fuzzy dice either, because you're not supposed to have them on your mirror when you're driving.
I had this thought of somebody in northern Texas cruising along, a wild boar runs out in front of them, they slam on the brakes, and their windshield just goes biff.
How about 3D printed stones?
I have a program that could embed the Stone Soup logo. What it'll do is it'll actually cut it out. How do I say this? So
make it 3D.
Yeah, you start with this, and what the program does is gives it depth.
Yeah.
It outlines the thing and gives it depth. So I could actually use this logo on some 3D printed rocks that I could print. So that's not actually that bad an idea. That might actually work.
And then make a little reservoir in there. You can put your 8090 in, or your used motor oil. So it's, an air freshener.
We've gone off the rails.
Like one of them Scentsy things.
Okay, don't send it with a little spoon like the little cauldron spoon either, you know.
That might get used wrong.
Right? Well, it'd be 3D printed, so they'd be inhaling a lot worse than just what they wanted to. Pink and purple and polka dots on the hats. Oh, geez.
You know, you never put that up. I know you got the survey going, but all we've got is black, white, and patina. You'd never put any pink or purple or other colors up there either, you know.
There might be a reason behind that.
Because that's exactly what you'd get. And you
That's
might
exactly
anyways.
first
You
time.
never know.
I want to see that thing look like a rainbow. Good luck, asshole. Hell.
I can just go to the store and see what they got for mismatched paint and just put stripes on it.
What are you laughing at? Anyway, Jabo said 15%.
15%
Oh,
for what?
I got it. I got it. 10% for the idea. I got it.
Oh.
I'm actually kind of digging the idea of the rocks.
And if you 3D print them, then they wouldn't be as heavy. And if there was a way to hang it from the mirror, it's not like you're going to say pendulum right through the windshield. So
Yeah. Hey, there's somebody we know. Look at that guy.
Hey.
Hi, Scott.
I made it.
You did indeed.
Hey, guys.
That I think, if we could, because I'm pretty sure I can print a hinge. I think that we could do that Scentsy thing. I'm serious. Like, I could print hollow rocks. That's nothing.
And on the summer day, the heat coming in, from the sun ought to be enough to cook it up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That's something else that needs to be considered is the heat on those, because PLA is great up to about 140 degrees ish in short bursts, but if it gets over about 105, 110 for long periods of time, it just becomes pliable.
Then you got soft rocks.
Yeah. So, and they'd have to be novelty, but nothing else. So, Blake, here, this is just for you, Scott.
That's me.
Yep, that's all Scott. Soft stones. Scott, did you? I'm sorry.
I like Tanner's idea with the bacon flavored air freshener. You could also do chicken noodle. You could do beer cheese soup. You could do some
any ramen noodle.
Yeah, just take your ramen and put
and
it's
a surprise what flavor you get. So
we put it in there and we don't even know.
Right. And ramen's cheap too. All you got to do is take out the little packet. They're like, what, 33 cents?
There you go.
Well, Scott, bring us up to date, man. How are you doing, brother?
So far, so good. The wife has got me on a just honey-do list, as always, every year. So it's very distracting trying to get done the things I need to. So I just plumbed in the flower garden, and so that we could have drip things in the flower beds. And so now I can work on my car finally. So I'm looking forward to that.
I can imagine.
And so tonight I'll probably start. I got some front frame rails that I need to cut off the car. Of all things, believe it or not. And so I got replacements, and then I'll just stick everything in as a whole. And so both frame rails, the radiator core support, the inner fenders, the torsion bar cross brace, the whole thing will just slide right in, line it up, and then put your hood fenders on, make sure your gaps are okay. Once everything lines up, then you just start welding things in. And so I'll be doing that this week, because next week, Stephen Holtz from Just Drive It and Jason Falk from Indirect Connection, they're going to be coming up visiting me, and they'll be dropping off the 70 Roadrunner that Steven saved out of a junkyard for me. And that's called Radically Saved, and it's going to be my Superbird clone. And then, but they're going to help me. They want to put the engine and transmission in the Charger next week. So I got a little bit of work to do.
Holy crap! Yeah.
So I'll be cutting the frame rails off tomorrow, and cleaning up the new one to drop right in there. So I think I can do it in a week or two. But then they're also going to help my dad with the 70 Challenger. My dad did a burnout at a 4-way stop years ago, and but the throttle got stuck, and one of those situations, he shut the key off to the car to quit, kill the motor.
Lost steering.
And so what happened was there was a curve in the road ahead, and his car was going off the road. He was doing about 80, but then he turned the key back on to regain steering of the car, because when he shut the car off, it locked the steering, and the curve in the road had a guardrail, and his car was facing the middle of the guardrail. But then when he turned the key back on, yanked the wheel as hard as he could, so that the first pole of the guardrail, instead of hitting in the middle of the car doing an 80, it hit the passenger headlight, and he ripped 5 poles out of the ground when he hit it. But by hitting it there, it ripped the fender off the car 100%. It was on the ground, but it threw his car backwards and around. But my dad was okay, but the car, he almost totaled it, but it's savable. My dad and I, we fixed what we could, but when Steven and Jason come over, we're going to get Dad's car running first. Once we get that running, then they want to put the engine in the Charger for me. So that's what's been going on. So we'll be doing a live when Steven and them come and help.
Any idea on the exact date / time for that?
July, the week of July 7th.
Okay.
So it'll be probably the 7th and the 8th, maybe.
Be sure to make a post for it. We'd love to be there for you.
Sure.
Tanner's asking what engine you're putting in.
Well, a 340 in my dad's Challenger and a 440 in the Charger.
440. Love it. Okay, well.
So when you're saying frame rails, Scott, is that the front frame rails you have to redo?
The front, yeah.
Okay, because there is no back frame rails, if I remember.
You stand correct. So yeah, what happened with the front frame rails is somebody, the previous owner, whoever that was, had cut both frame rails. I think they were repaired, because one is cut in the very back, in the very end, but you can take the frame rail and wiggle it, and it's the weld, it flexes. It's not, the welds didn't hold. And their welds I don't trust at all. And
I can imagine why.
On the other frame rail, they cut it up front. But what they did was, I'll be making a video explaining the situation. When you see it, it might make more sense. But they cut the inner fender all the way around the shock tower on the driver's side. and they cut all the way across the bottom and then welded it back together. But what they did was they slid the frame rail under all of that, and then so the radiator core support is attached to the other side, and then they cut the front section of probably about 8 inches of the frame rail on the other side, and then they slid that whole radiator core support and parts of the frame rail in together as a whole, and then they tried just welding back around everything, and I don't trust any of that. And if I want to do a roll bar, you know how you come through the frame rails or the firewall and then they attach to the frame rails, but if I do, you know, that and weld them to the existing frame rails, I'm like no. So frame rails are coming out, and I'm just going to do it right. Might set me back a lot, but at least I'm doing it right. So
Wow.
that's what I got going on.
You have fun with that, sir.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Are you keeping the inner fender wells in place? Or the plan is to?
With the new ones, correct. So I got a parts car. When I delivered Stone Soup to Jamie, after I dropped off Stone Soup to Jamie, there was a guy in the Seattle area who I had bought parts from previously, but he had a whole bunch of parts, and he knew the Charger rooftop situation, and he's like, I have inner structures for that. If you want it, you can come and grab it. And then he said, well, actually, with the rest of the car, you can, you know, $200, you can have it all. And that's where I'm getting the frame rails, the inner fenders, the radiator core support from, is all that parts car. So that when I came back, I grabbed all that.
The logistics of all the measurements and the angles and all the, I do not envy you your task, dude. However, I will say this: if anybody can do it, judging by what you did with the grill, it's you.
No, thanks.
Holy crap, dude. It looked like a different car when it left your place.
I wiped the grin off its grill.
Okay, so you know damn good and well that Jamie is one of the most prolific Mopar guys up there in the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
When you get Jamie to say, holy shit, who did that? You did something right. Because I sent him the picture just as soon as you sent it to me. I was like, look at this. He's like, there's no way. Did he get a new grill? No, that's the old one.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Put that in your sail and blow it. You know what I mean?
Thanks. I appreciate
really
that.
good. Really good.
Yeah, I did what I could with the time I had. I wish I had some way to pull the grill and stretch it, because that centerpiece wasn't gonna budge. So I just had to leave it.
There's only so much working you can do with aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a bang up job, dude. Seriously.
And for the week I had it.
Yeah.
I technically had it for 2 weeks. I got most of the work done in about 3 days on it. And then when the junkyard necromancer said he couldn't get it that weekend, so then I had another week. But by then I had to figure out the rest of the car to move the bumper and move everything else so it fit. Otherwise it wouldn't have.
Folks, we have another contributor. He's in the crowd right there. Eric has actually become a really good friend. Believe it or not, he was the winner of our 1,000 subscriber contest 7 months ago.
My wife is here. Dogs are going nuts.
The alarm went off.
So anyway,
or something. Sounds a little.
Eric has been uber patient and very helpful. He's the fellow that actually paid for the rest of the guys that were in the contest to have their cars done as well. So he actually lives just south of the Ohio-Kentucky border, which is about 40 miles that way. So we've actually met face to face. He's the guy who bailed me out when I blew the tire out in the car, and he's he's done a lot more for me than I've been able to do for him. So, but it's coming by. It's coming right by his shop here before it gets to us, of course, and he's going to come up and tinker on it as well. So there's another logo to be put on the list.
And that's a good
Hey
thing.
guys, well, I'm gonna have to go. My wife is home now, so
Scott, you care if I give you a ring when we're done here?
yes, please do.
All right, will do.
Well, bye guys. Wish I could stay.
See you, Scott.
Take
See
it
you,
easy.
Scott.
Okay, bye.
And I'm going to have to bid you adios because the morning's going to come off early.
Fair enough. I'm just going to do my last sales pitch, and I'll probably put a post up fairly early and see what see. I'm going to throw everything out there and see what sticks. I'm going to do the designs for the T-shirts, and I'll put up a couple of posts and see what folks like, and if maybe we can get some money drummed up for these guys that are putting their time and effort into this. So
I'd like to see what you come up with for the concert kind of idea.
I'm thinking like a Metallica design.
Sorta.
Yeah, with the big Metallica logo at the top, and then all the dates beneath it on 2 panels, that kind of thing.
That's more along the lines of what I was thinking as opposed to Garth Brooks. So
Eric says he has, sorry, go ahead.
some heavy metal for the Stone Soup.
Yeah,
Right.
some rock.
Michael Bolton, not a Michael Bolton concert.
No, I don't think any one of us is a Michael Bolton kind of person.
I couldn't recognize a song by him if it hit me in the face.
Eric says he has a surprise for Stone Soup. Now, everything is a surprise for Stone Soup. Did you see that now it's a Ford?
Well, Stone Soup is probably surprised it's running again.
Yeah, no, right?
So,
But Ray, if you got a bail, no harm, no
Yeah.
foul. You got my number. Give me a ring or whatever you need to do.
yeah, I got the days start early when I try to beat the heat. So
I understand. Well, have fun, be safe, and yeah, appreciate you being on, man. Seriously.
you bet. We will see you guys later.
Roger that.
See ya.
Bye. Good night to y'all.
Anyway, so I might actually put a prototype together of a 3D print of some rock dice, but they're not gonna last long in any kind of heat. So, Whitty still has it. I was hoping that Whitty would come up tonight, but as of right now, it's only 7:30 over there, and he might still be out in the sun working. So I don't know what's going on. But yes, he's still got it. The issue with him right now is that he is very close to becoming a father again. So we're kind of working the schedule out for him to actually pick it up. So, but it's inching its way over here. It's still got about 3 months to get here. So we're also trying to work on some merchandising stuff, which I'm going to go through the spiel of that. When it was given to me, Eric, that's actually a really good one. When it was given to me, that was the first thing I did was start hunting that body. And because Exner was such a basket case at that point, no, they don't. They don't. If I could get a laser scanner and send it out to the person that has the car in hand, I could probably make a 3D print of it, but they just don't make a die cast. It's a nightmare. Hey, Levi, how the hell are you?
Hey, Levi.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry I was late. Was watching The Patriot to get in mood for, well, you know. What? Oh, the 4th of July. I got you. Well, were you in, I think it might have been Wilburn's stream the other day, JYD. No, it wasn't Wilburn's. It was somebody else's. But I was making a gag about challenging Levi into Laguna.
Oh yeah.
There is no way that Stone Soup. I mean, you can put a rocket engine on Stone Soup. I'm not sure it'd catch it. I just think it'd be hilarious. It'd be the biggest distance between two cars, you know.
Yeah, you'd need a couple car lengths, I think. Just a couple.
Couple.
a
Maybe if the car is an old Lincoln.
couple away from the finish line.
Eric says, JYD, you're next after Whitty, right?
That's right. Yes.
Levi said, I'll find the rocket, you buy the strap. Well, anyway, folks, there it is. That's where we're at. The only things that I don't know right now are what each individual contributor is going to be doing. Mike had just texted me, said he lost signal. He's in the boonies, so that's why our sub count went down there, or our watcher count. So what I was going to say is each of the individual contributors. Now I do know what a few of them are going to do. All that Micah has promised is transportation because he has an actual wrecker, and whatever this guy's going to do, because he still won't tell me.
I don't know yet. So.
I'll tell you, we did find, actually, he found some wheels for it, and they're in good shape. So I think, as much as I love those hideous hubcaps that Jim from Jim's Fastback found, I think I'm going to go with the stock rims with beauty rings and dog dishes. I think that'd be a perfect look for that car. No, we do not have a good battery yet. No, we need a good battery. As a matter of fact, Ray, I talked with Ray about getting the battery tray out of that junkyard Lancer over there. So, yeah, we could really use a good battery. That being said, I did get a discount from what are those really high-end batteries? Optima. I did get a discount from Optima that I could use, but since their batteries are so expensive, even a discounted one is still really expensive. So I'm not even sure that I can use one of those. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at. It's headed over to JYD probably within the next week or two, and depending on how long he has to have it up there at his shop, it'll head on down to 38 POS and start actually making its way this way. So I don't know if I can physically bring you one, but I can help with a few bucks. Well, the next person in line would be JYD there. If you can get with him, maybe throw it at him, because the sooner we have a battery, the better off we are, because that the little GPS thing that you donated, it doesn't run if it doesn't have power.
So is there no battery in the car right now, or there's got to be a battery to start it?
There is a battery. It's not a good one.
Okay. It sounded like it fired up pretty good when Necromancer was, had the flip switch, push button, rockets.
From what I understand, it's been in the car since heavens.
Okay.
So like when he donated it, and it was an old battery to begin with. And also from what I understand, Jamie's had to charge it a couple of times to get it to fire off, but the alternator is functioning, which he said was hilarious, because if you watch his video, when he turns the key, that alternator spins over, it blows dust out of it. Eric says, ideas forming. Ideas about what? Tanner says Superstart batteries are pretty cheap. Yeah, but when it comes to juice, man, yeah, it's something that I've never gone the cheap route on. I mean, I'd like to get a good battery. I don't even like Duralast, you know what I mean? And that seems to be everybody's go-to lately. Tanner, well, there's that. What do you think of that there, JYD?
That'll work. I don't know how to coordinate that, but if that's the case, if you're willing to do that, I don't know if you could do it remotely, but maybe even get one up to Whitty. I don't know where Whitty's at, if he's in a metro area enough, but yeah, awesome. What I'm thinking is out loud, if you could find an O'Reilly's or a Walmart or whatever, and just have one there for somebody to pick up, that would be freaking awesome. So
yeah. Well, I mean, Whitty's supposed to be handing it off to you pretty quick here, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's just been busy. I haven't seen many posts on what he's doing to it yet and stuff, but so
well, I know
it should be within the next couple weeks. Yes.
What I do know that he's doing is, because he has the oil change shop and all that stuff, he's doing the fluids.
Right.
I don't know all the fluids, but I know he's doing at least a good modern oil change on it with a filter and all that stuff. So,
yep.
Tanner, that is big water, dude. You'll go on the car as a contributor. So we appreciate it. Thank you. Levi says, is the wiring good? I also have a fuse block. Fuse blocks and starter buttons I can throw at it as well. That being said, I think that Ray is planning on rekeying the whole car, which includes a new tumbler. Now that said, I would like to keep the guns and missiles switches, because I think that's badass. I love that. So I don't know if Ray can figure out the wiring on that, but no, I don't. Maybe fuse blocks, but Patrick Abbott has offered to do the wiring throughout the car. So I think the wiring is taken care of. Fresh, brand new one. Yeah, Tanner, thank you so much, dude. That's awesome. JYD, is your email on your page, on your YouTube page?
It is, yeah.
There you go. Tanner, get a hold of him that way, please. Sure. That's killer. Eric says, I can get cheap batteries at our shop discount. Problem is, I wouldn't get to the car till it was here. Yeah, I think if we're going to rely on anything local that, or what am I trying to say here, JYD? Anything that we don't need until it gets here, that's what we'll use your shop discount on. Did you know that all batteries are made in like 2 factories in this country? Only difference is what passes QC. No, I didn't. Not anymore. I know I used to cut battery tissue for it right here in Middletown, Ohio. Tanner says he has an O'Reilly right here in Crescent City, California. So it'll probably be coming from an O'Reilly. I just need
a couple up here. I don't know what Woody's got up there, but yeah.
Awesome. That's killer, dude. Yes, ma'am. The silver? For which car? Oh, the Lenko Dart. Give me just a second, JYD. I gotta pass some paint off to her.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, Tanner, if you could get a battery, that would be cool, because I think I can make a battery tray for that thing. We don't need to go dig the one out of the junkyard, and who knows what kind of condition that one's in that 38 POS has or was looking at, because it may be rusted out and corroded too. So I was thinking it might be just easier to make a fresh piece out of steel and just make it the same size as the battery, which I'm sure it'll be a standard size battery. So put some more gallons on there so it doesn't flop into the radiator fan.
Okay, how do I shut the Gumby thing off? There we go. So JYD, I assume he means you're in need of a battery. So the car is in need of a battery, but it would be probably best either Whitty or JYD to get it.
Shoot me an email, and I'll shoot you my contact. Or I'll give you my phone number. You can call me, whatever, too. So I got not my link there, but copy and paste it. So yeah, just shoot me an email. It's junkyard_D@hotmail.com. Then we can make arrangements, because that would be awesome. Thank you. That would be very cool for the car.
Take it off there. I'm sorry. I've got a little micro-sized emergency here. Give me just a second.
What's going on over there? I want to see what's going on now. Eric, yes, the bungee would be appropriate, but if he wants to take it down the track in Sykeston, it does have to have an appropriate metal hold down. A couple of ready rods, piece of steel, bolt it down. That's all you need, but it does have to be fixed good, not bungeed. So, but you can still put a bungee strap over it just for the effect. The effect of it, yeah. Yep, nothing micro, especially his head. From what I hear, I don't know. Tanner, where are you at?
No, in point of fact, Tanner, I don't do that at all. Yes, bungee, battery hold down, micro about Vic. Oh, that's funny. Ha ha ha. Fat jokes. Tanner says he's in Crescent City, California.
Okay.
So, no, it's I don't judge anybody for doing it or whatever. I smoke like a chimney, and I get it, but to each his own, and that's not for me. I can't get past the odor, dude. To me, it smells like a dumpster full of skunks. It's on fire.
It's about right. Yeah.
It's terrible. But I've met people that cannot stand the smell of this, so I get it. I'm talking about you. Give me just a second. I'm going to check my email. Levi says he sent me an email. What is? Oh, it looks like a nuclear push button thing. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, you know what? If you can, Dylan, if you can get a hold of Patrick from Mostly Old Parts and Rust, and maybe send those up to him, that would be a big help. I'm sure he'd love that, because he's going to be doing all the wiring and stuff, and I'm sure those would come in handy. Yeah. Tanner also says he's on Facebook as well. All right, so let me run through the spiel one more time, and we'll knock this thing off. We started the conversation working on possible merchandise, sales things, anything that we could drum up some money for the contributing folks that have helped out or that are going to help out with the builds, just to get them a little bit of, I don't know, to soften the blow of getting this car over here and helping out, paying them for their time. If we get $20 on a Patreon or something, throw lunch at somebody one day, something to help them out. So our ideas started with some stuff that I've done up. These are going to be the finished stones. I'm stealing the screen there, Bubba. These are going to be the finished Stone Soup stickers. And I think, what do you think for these, JYD? 5?
I have no idea. I think that's what most people sell them for. So, yeah.
You'll notice that there is no functional histories logos anywhere. This is not mine. This is for the folks. This is to help the folks that are working on the car. So, sorry, I have to highlight this. Eric says he wants to throw lunch at Jamie. So this is the finished product. Once I get some more, you are really loud.
Sorry, better take the paint.
Anyway, so once I get some more materials, I will be creating these en masse. These are not car window stickers. They will not last on a car. To that end, though, I have this design. Actually, it's backwards. No, that was right. I have this design for Stone Soup. These are window stickers. Now, eventually, I might work in some detail as far as the patina that's on the car. But for now, this is what I've got. And right now, I've got, 8 of these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 of these right now. So this is the very first wave of these, and that'll help out immensely. We've been chit-chatting on and off about maybe doing a giveaway, and that would be the first item in the giveaway package. And this is the preliminary or rough cut or prototype version of said sticker. So we also discussed some t-shirt ideas. I can't bring myself to drag those back up again. Anybody that wants a t-shirt, we considered doing multiple different versions, and I'm going to work on one more before the end of the night for Ray from 38 POS. He is going to, or he put up the idea of making a concert style road trip concert tour t-shirt. So that's something else that we're wow, I just heard a big old bang out there. That's something that we're considering right now too, is designs for stuff. But generally speaking, it's basically we were trying to figure out a way to start drumming up some funds for these guys that are contributing their time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears. So we're always open for anybody to make any suggestions, anything like that. More power to you. Our emails and stuff are right here in the ticker. Or yeah, well, it's coming by here. Give me a minute. Come on, right there. No, that's a Patreon. Come on, I'll wait. Right here. See this? This is our our email. So Tanner is asking if you do Facebag or Facebook.
I do. I never really use it though for anything, but there is a Junkyard D Facebook page out there. So.
Has anyone verified that the motor and transmission are good? Yes. Junkyard Net.
Define good. Let's start there. Define good.
Good is functional. It moves, it drives, it runs under its own power.
It does. Yes, it shifts through all the gears. It starts and drives and spits and sputters a little bit, but it does run. Yes.
Yeah. Something that I've only recently learned about, because I am not a mechanic. I am a car guy, but I'm not that car guy. You know what I mean? I love like Superbirds and Daytonas and old Porsches, and as much as I hate to admit it, that rabbit sitting out there is hilarious and fun to drive. So I am a car guy, but I am not a mechanic. But something that I just recently learned about was that there are valves for the exhaust. It never occurred to me. See, this is information and that I wasn't privy to. So apparently the banging and popping that happens when you put it under load could be caused by some stuck exhaust valves. And I hear that's actually pretty common with the 225. So maybe if you have the inclination to do so, check the valves when you get it.
It could, yeah. I'm going to do a look over on it. I don't know for sure if it's valves or so on, because I think, the thing is, Necromancer did the compression test on it. They were all within 20 pounds at the most, which isn't bad. The lowest one had 90 pounds. I think the highest one had like 110, 15, something like that, which indicates that the valves are working somewhat. At least they're closing to, otherwise you'd have no compression whatsoever if there was a bent valve or stuck valve or something like that. So I don't know if it would be the valve as much as going through, and I know Jamie went through the points and plugs and timing and things like that, but he was kind of in a quick hurry too, so maybe go back, reset the points, reset the timing, that kind of thing. It could be something like that. It could be a vacuum leak, could be a number of other things too. So we'll tinker on it. Each one of us will tinker on it. We'll hammer it out and get it running like a sewing machine,
Yes, sir. I'd like to say hi to Adam. Hey, Bubba. Let's see. We could lap the valves when it gets here, Vic. That would be something we could do. I don't know what that means, but sure. Okay. I get lapped a lot. I'm old and fat and I can't walk. So
that requires taking the head off, taking each of the valves out, and just basically refacing it where it makes contact in the, I don't know how I can describe it, but where it makes contact into the valve seat. If that helped at all, I don't know if that was a horrible description, but yeah.
Well, Jason's here. Hey, you've got the link, man. Come on up and say hello. All right, Tanner. Yeah, let me let me say thank you very much. That battery will help out immensely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting them in your lap, Vic. You can't hold them. Okay. Not sure what that means, but I don't know. Adam's putting something in my lap. He said I can't hold them, though. Anyway, so folks, go tell your friends, go tell your family, all that stuff. Co-workers, we're trying to drum up some help for these guys, and anything that we can do to mitigate some of the costs and pressure on these fellas, even if it's a lunch, it would help. And it's not much help for the guys that have already had their hands on it, but I am planning a trip next year in Stone Soup with Mrs. Mackey over there, and we're going to do a reverse trip in Stone Soup to each of the shops. So lunch is on us that day, or those days, I guess. So Anyway, Joey, do you want to hang out for a minute afterward?
I'm sorry, I was reading comments. What was that?
You want to hang out for a minute afterward?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Jason, I know you're in here. Eric, you're even invited if you'd like. I can't see if, yeah, there it is. But just we're going to try to finish up here and knock it off and be done for the night. Have fun and all that stuff. Guys, be safe. All right. Take care of each other. And yes, actually, Saturday I am working. I will be coming back Saturday, though. You got my number, man. Give me a call. I did lose. For those that are in the crowd, I lost all of my information on my old phone, contacts, photos, videos, all that stuff. It's just my phone just wiped itself. So I may not have your number anymore, Eric. So you might shoot me a text. So anyway, everybody, be safe, have fun, take care of each other, and we love you. We appreciate everything that you do. And Tanner, you are absolutely hero of the day. Thank you. JYD, you want to say anything before we get?
No, I was just Tanner said he shot me an email. I haven't seen it yet, so I was going to try to post my email and link, but it won't let me. So, like I say, it is on my YouTube channel page, junkyard_D@hotmail.com. So if not, it may just not have come through yet. But yeah, I do have an O'Reilly's in my town. I have 2 of them here, so I'll shoot that over in an email, what store number it is or whatever. So that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You guys, be safe, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody, for stopping in.